All right. Let's get set up here real quick. See what the hell I'm doing. And this going. Let's see. Oops. Wrong channel. Looks like I'm lagging a little bit. All right, here we go. And I'm tired tonight. Make sure I'm hearing myself. Yep. All right, we're good. All right. More excitement. PDFs. Fun times. Fun times. At least we're getting into a little more of the employee stuff. So it's going to start ramping up here a little bit. Let's see, Detective Hodson. Okay, we've heard that before. Also, President's FBI Special Agent McGamey. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 special agents from the FBI. This must be interesting. Along with someone from the LVMPD recording. All right. Let's see. So he's Nevada. Interviews going to be conducted. Date of birth. Also president. Yeah, has all these people, as well as counselors and someone representing Manila Bay. Okay, so counselors. That's interesting. Okay, ma'am. So we're here today to ask a couple questions. Reference: you attended in a certain room. You attending in a certain room on 32 1 through 5. Okay, that's why it's important. Do you remember doing that? Yeah. Okay. Do you remember what day you cleaned the room? It was Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh shit. And this was the one I think was fucked up. So, what day was Wednesday? Let me figure this shit out. It was let's see, the 1st, the 30th was Saturday. 29th would be Friday, 28th would be Thursday, so 27th would be Wednesday. All right, let me look at the let's see. So we got Sunday, we got Saturday. Let's see. So all right, 27th. Paddock spent several hours gambling in Manly Bay. Paddock spoke with his VIP host, reference wanting a visit suite. Because I spoke with the VIP host, that means there is a VIP host statement out there somewhere that I don't think was included in any of this shit, which would be interesting to read. Paddock was insistent on the suite and the connecting room. Paddock wanted to be in the 200 wing as it had a better view, according to him. Paddock was upset about the room. I mean, not a fucking red flag. Unless you like looking at the airport. Yeah, he had the best view in the hotel for the most part. Okay, he's on angry. Let's see. 7 o'clock. Stop gambling. Place room service order. Let's see. So at 3:32. It was cleaned by hotel staff. Paddock remained in the room as it was cleaned. Okay, so we're good on the timeline as far as this goes. One of these was all fucked up. Must not be this one. All right, so let's see. Would that have possibly been September 27th? No, I'm sure it is because they showed me my paperwork. Of course, this is not English, not this person's first language. Read through this quite a few times at this point. Okay, and what time did you go into that room? About approximately, like I think it's my first room, but I'm not with the time because pre-shift, then load the cart, go to the floor, maybe like maybe 4:30, 4:30, 4:35, like that. Okay. Let's see how accurate. Yeah, 4:32 is when they have her cleaning the room. Not sure how, if they log those. I wouldn't think so. Not sure exactly how they know that, because that seems like a pretty exact time. So not too sure about that. Not sure how they got that information. Okay, when you entered the room, was there a guest present? Yeah, he opened the room. I knock, and then he opened door and asked, "Did you, sir? Did you request room service?" I said, and he said yes. And then, so he requested it. Requested it, really? Um, he went to the bar and he asked me to remove. There's things in the refrigerator like cheese. Um, he want to get rid of, and then he went to the room and then he asked me if I am going change his bed sheets. I said okay. All right. So this has always been interesting here. If we take this as accurate, so what she's saying is he requested his room to be clean. So he called somebody. He let somebody know. It's possible. It is very possible that that is the conversation with casino hosts. If we look at this day, as far as, and I'm not going to go into the door logs right now because I don't remember if the door logs match this or not. I don't remember. I think it did though. So we go back on the day. Let's get off of this. Stop sharing this shit, and let's go to where is it? Let's see. And no, I don't want the entire screen. I want the fit report. All right, here we go. Fit report. So 27th. So this is the day she supposedly cleaned the room. Uh, what we got up here. Paddock spent several hours gambling at Mallet Bay. Paddock spoke with his VIP host, reference wanting the Vista Suite. So he spoke with his VIP host sometime during this day. It's possible. Well, I guess let's see. So he stopped gambling 7 in the morning. He placed a room service order at almost 5. Well, no, it's 4 in the afternoon. And is that 4 in the afternoon? Why was Yeah, it's almost 4 in the afternoon. So then at 4:30, it was cleaned by the staff. So sometime in this ordeal, he called his host. So I don't remember. While I'm on this, I'm actually interested. Let's see. So this is page 30 of it. Let's do something real quick here. And let's see if we can find something real quick while it's on my mind. Otherwise, I'm going to forget about it. I'm never going to check this thing. But I got to go into the evidence on this for what I'm specifically looking for here. Let's see. Digital browser artifacts, Google Maps, don't care. I want the phones. I want the phones. Let's see. So Grant Park, Dell, laptop, cell phones. Okay. Let's see. Telephones. Okay, those are the numbers. Okay, don't care too much about that. What I want is exact. So let's see. The last incoming caller was September 27th at 11 o'clock in the morning. The last outgoing call, September 27th at 3:18. All right. So that's the time frame. 3:18. I believe the what the room service was. Oh God, what did she say again? 4:30 or some shit like that. Yeah, 4:30. And then at 4 o'clock was the room service. So what this looks like is last incoming call. Let's see, last incoming call. I don't know why I got 2 incoming calls here. I would expect to see. Okay, so the last outgoing call was placed from this number was on September 27th at approximately 3:22. Last incoming call was at on that same day earlier that morning. So I wouldn't expect that to be it. Last outgoing call was September 27th at 3:18, so about the same time. So first he used the one number, then he jumped over the other. Last incoming call was September 28th at 8:16. All right, so what it looks like is possibly um, one of these calls. I don't know what the second one was. One of these calls was most likely to his casino host to tell him that he wanted that other room. I'm guessing, unless he bumped into his casino host downstairs, but who knows? Uh, but I'm guessing one of these calls could have been to the casino host because then he also would have been in the room, I believe, at the time here. Yeah, he was in the room at the time. So at that time, that smell could have been bothering him, or just the fact that there's garbage in the fridge. Could have been bugging him. And that could have been the phone call to whoever, but I'm guessing probably the casino host. I guess he probably called the casino host, said, "Hey, I want that other room, man. I want that other room. Give me that other fucking room. Get me in there." Like I said, I can't do it. I'm trying. I can't do it. And while he's doing this shit, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, because I would think the casino host would have called him back. He wouldn't have called the casino host back a few minutes later. And the last incoming call was before the last outgoing. So, I'm guessing that the one of these calls was him telling the casino host, "I want that room. Can't get the room. Okay, we'll clean up this fucking room because there's," or he could actually use that as an excuse. Say, "Hey, this room fucking stinks, dude. I don't want to be in here. Give me that other room, man. I want the room that I originally ordered. I want the one, the 200 wing. I don't want this fucking room because this room fucking stinks. So I need another fucking room." And the casino host probably looked it up on the computer, said, "Well, you can't have that fucking room. Maybe try to get him in another suite somewhere else, and another part of the deal or some shit like that." And it didn't work out, so he just stayed in that room. But yeah, that kind of lines up as far as timing goes, as far as I'm concerned. That looks like that might be what had happened here, what transpired. All right, so but that casino host interview would be very interesting if we ever see that. Which I don't know. I still never got up my ass to do the FOIA stuff because that's one of the things I want to see. Let's see. Anyways, so what she's basically saying here is that he requested for room service to come clean the room. Is what I'm getting out of this. Okay, refrigerator like cheese. You want to get rid of it. If I'm going to change his bed sheets, so change his bed sheets. This guy's sleeping in this room. Well, yeah, he was slept in it that morning because said he finished gambling at 7 in the morning, and this is like 4 in the afternoon. So, yeah, his sleep schedule is usually early in the morning. So he probably just slept in the damn thing. Okay, so you changed bed sheets. Yes, I cleaned out the fridge for him. The breakfast in the bar. The breakfast in the bar. Okay, the breakfast in the bar. Huh. Well, whatever. This guy's been in his room for two days, and he started to bitch about this. But I'm guessing what this was possibly is he was just bitching about this because he wanted the other room. I mean, he may have even thrown the shit in there himself, just so he could have something to bitch about, so he could try and get himself in that other room. It's a big room. It's a suite. Okay, after I cleaned removed the things in the refrigerator, I went inside the room and just asked me, like, "Can you change my bed sheets and something?" Okay, this man, what was he doing while you were cleaning? He's sitting in front of me, little table in the room, in front of the computer. Little table in the room, uh, table with the note on it, possibly. Uh, Not really sure. Uh, I wouldn't think that the table that what the guns were sitting on or whatever would be considered a small table, unless she's talking about the table, the desk. But I think she would call that a desk, so I don't know. He's sitting in front of a little table in the room, in front of the computer. Okay, do you remember what the computer looked like? Sorry, sir, I don't. I really don't. I don't really, I don't really, because when I'm cleaning, especially the guest is there, I'm not really comfortable. I just want to finish the room, but I saw the man. It's like a decent man, so I don't mind cleaning. So he's a decent man. All right, little did you know. Okay. And did you empty the garbage cans? The garbage cans are clean. No, nothing. There's nothing in the garbage. Nothing. Okay, so you didn't have to remove any garbage at all. No, nothing, nothing. No. The room's pretty clean except the bed and the bathroom. So use the bathroom. Took a shower. I guess. Okay, did he have you remove any other trash from the room? Maybe a box bag or anything? I mean, I remove. You mean yeah, take anything, take out, throw away. Um, just things inside the refrigerator. That's it. That's it. There's no trash, nothing. Okay, when he was working on the computer, do you know what a laptop is? It's just kind of, yeah, kind of looks like kind of, yeah, ordinary laptop like that. Um, and then the table is not, so it's in front of the window, and then like paperwork's there. That's it. Maybe she is talking about the bigger table. Okay, did it look like the computer was working? Because he was using it. He was using it. Then when I opened the door, and then he opened the door. And then he came back to the computer working again. Again, she's talking like Biden because yeah, she's this isn't her first language. Um, okay, okay. Um, did he give you anything from the computer to throw away, or was it just nothing, nothing, nothing? Okay. And by the time he's working on the computer, and then I think he ordered food, and then the room service came. That's why I feel comfortable, because room service served the food. And then the guy sit down on high table, and then eating soup. High table. High table. So are we talking about the table where there was one magazine? I believe there's a gun underneath it. There was a bag with ammunition underneath it, sitting up on the God. What is that? I don't even know what side of the room that is anymore. But it's basically behind the couches. Let's see. Okay, that's why I feel comfortable, because room service is there. And then, was anyone else in the room with him? No, he's alone. He's alone. Yeah. Okay, and do you have any idea what he was looking at on his laptop? No, sir. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Do you remember what he looked like? Exactly what I saw on TV. But the first that they showed me the picture, I think it's not. I don't know. Maybe through that picture, but the first picture. So I'm wondering if they're talking about the picture of that was all doctored up and shit. The one with him with his eyes closed. Second picture, it's like the if you have picture, I can. You have picture, I can. Yeah, whatever. Can you describe him? How old was he? Maybe he's old. He's old with like I remember, because every time when he's eating every time, because after that I can remember the room is there, and then the table's there, and he's sitting like that. That's why I don't feel comfortable, because I think he's not comfortable too. He keep on staring at me. That's why I have, and now when I saw him in the TV, I feel nervous. And then his face, it's like still staring at me, because he keep on staring at me. And then, are you okay? And then, oh yes, I'm okay. And then, like, couple of, I need to get something out of my cart. I need to get the bed sheets and everything, and the cleaner, and then everything. But he really staring at me. That's why I think I have the eyes, the face. And when the eyes were closed in the pictures, probably couldn't tell who the fuck he was. Let's see. Until now, it's still in my mind. That's why when I go to work, Tuesday, when I entered the room, I see him is still looking at me. Tuesday. She went in the room on Tuesday. I don't believe that. I'm guessing she's talking about another room that was similar. Um, I don't believe they let her back in that room uh, at all, period. I don't think she's seen the inside of that room since this happened. I mean, I guess it's possible. Could have went in there and made her clean up the blood or some bullshit like that because coroners don't really take blood, but I don't know. I'm guessing the FBI probably took the damn carpet with them. Let's see. It makes you still feel. It makes you still uncomfortable. Okay. Sorry, going through all that. Yeah, because the man he looked at me. I'm not really scared, but because old man like sitting very far from me, but he keep on staring at me, staring at me. The eyes are really focused on me when I come up to the room. So you just felt he was watching everything you did. Maybe, I'm not sure, because for me it's just an ordinary, cleaning the guest is there. But the one thing I noticed about him, he keep on staring at me. It's embarrassing, really, like eating soup or something. But the eyes keep on following me. Wow, it's creepy. It's creepy. Creeper. All right. Did you just clean the room one day, or were there multiple days? Do you remember? I think that's it, sir. Just the one time. Okay, as far as I remember. Okay. Because if ever I clean it or I did a turn before that, I can't remember because I work swing. I work 3 to 62. What? Okay. Um, 3 to 12, maybe. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, three to whatever. And even when the incident happened, I didn't even know that I cleaned the room. Only when they start calling me by detective something that I cleaned the room, like Wednesday. Also, they knew she cleaned the room. They knew she cleaned the room. How would they know she cleaned the room? Maybe there is a log. Maybe they actually do have logs. That's I guess that's possible because that's interesting. How would they know that? Let's see. I cleaned the room like Wednesday, and then I saw that the guests check in on like Thursday. Oh, I'm happy. The guest check in. It's check in on Thursday. Check on Thursday, which so she's going by the original timeline. I'm up, so nothing when the incident happened. I'm really, and then when they calling me and they said, "Oh, did you?" And then and they showed me that they told me that I cleaned the room. They showed me that they told me that I cleaned the room. Yeah, English not first language. Let's see. Did you notice anything unusual? Let's see. Staring at me, keeping an eye, and staring at you. Were there a lot of bags in the room? Do you remember that? Or yeah, the one that now I remember. There's like more than five luggage, but they're not in the room. But I don't know if they're still in the room. If there's still in the room, Jesus, because I didn't check the cabinets, but there is like the luggage are in the living room. All right, no need to take them in the bedroom. Yeah, you can see when you open the door, you can see luggage, and they're just in the living room. Okay, that's about it for that. Let's see. Appreciate your time. Blah blah blah. 13th day of October. Okay, so this was done 2 weeks after. All right. So it took them a while to figure out who cleaned the room. Of course, Nobody checked this. Whatever. Okay, Detective Hodson. All right, let's see. Breck Hodson. We can take the let's see, date of birth. Today's date is October 11th. Okay, October 11th. So, yeah, almost 2 weeks later. Also in the room with me is blah, blah, blah from the Manley Bright property as well. I'm guessing lawyer. All right. Explain to me, you work here at Mandalay Bay. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. And what is your job? Work security. Okay. Are there specific duties that you specifically have as a security officer? Oh, it's a bike. Okay, one of the bike guys. Yeah, I remember these. Let's see. I ride a bike with a weapon. So the bike has a weapon. Going Mad Max with this shit. Okay, so you're an armed security guard. Yes. Let's see. Okay. And how long have you been employed at the Mandalay Bay? A little over 3 years. You're working on the day of October 1st, 2017. Yes. Okay. What shifts were you working that day? Swing shift. Okay. And on that day, do you recall any incident happening that night? Yeah, I would think you did. Um, okay. What do you call in your own words? Approximately 10 o'clock. I was riding my bike. We got a call that one of our guys was hit up on the 32nd floor. All right. Yeah, I definitely know this one. Let's see. Myself and another officer responded. We were called to that floor. Rode our bikes through the casino to the guest elevators, made our way up. Got up there thinking it was just a fight. Call went out over the radio that one of our officers in 32 was possibly hit with a BB gun or a pellet. So we were in the mindset of possibly a shooter. It also, after that, went over the radio, and there was an active shooter at the event lot across the street. All right. So, break this shit down. This, for anybody who listens to this, there's some contention with this. And like I said, since Hunter's passing, I've been getting a lot of emails and stuff like that. And one of them is very contentious as far as this goes. So this is something that I've broken down, and I think I don't know if I did a very good job of it, but approximately 10 o'clock. Dude doesn't know what time it is. Exactly. Riding my bike, got a call that one of our guys was hit up on 32nd floor. All right, so around 10 o'clock somewhere, you got a call saying a guy was hit up on 32nd floor. Uh, this does fit with the 9:59 narrative timeline, and it matches up with the one I read yesterday. That's also on this PDF, saying that it was sometime between 10 o'clock and 10:05. Let's see. So we rode our bikes through the casino to the guest elevators, made our way up. Got up there thinking it was just a fight. Um, Call went out over the radio. One of our officers up on 32 is possibly hit with a BB gun or a pellet gun. So, problem here is um, they're responding to a call uh, that one of their guys hit up on 32nd floor. I think this is all one event. I don't think this is two events that he's talking about, because he's saying got up there thinking it was just a fight. Call went out over the radio that one of our officers up on 32, and that probably says, well, yeah, Jesus Campos was possibly hit with a BB gun or a pellet gun. So I think he's just reiterating the same information. I don't think this is a new event. I think that call went out once. I don't think this call came out again as they were uh, running to the floor. So we were in a mindset of possibly a shooter. It also, after that, went over the radio that there was an active shooter at the event lot across the street. Now, this is where shit gets crazy. And this is where I don't have the best explanation for this. So, went out over the radio that there was an active shooter at the event across the street. And I don't know, this might not even be the one, because it may be his partner, because unless he elaborates later about that, because he's saying that he got a call for an active shooter, obviously at the Harvest Festival. Uh, I know the person was trying to put this, the person I talked to was trying to put these together. And I think that's because another statement later does put these incidents together and making it look like that call came out about 10 o'clock as well. So keep reading here. Do you remember what time that was? Between 10 o'clock and maybe 10, 10, 10, 12. All right. Um, 10, 10, 10, 12. Shooting was well on its way. Um, I'm not sure. He's not even sure of his timing here. Let's see. So between 10 o'clock and 10:12, you said, right. Let's see. Somewhere around there. Okay. All right. And then, so as you're, this is as you're going up the elevator. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. What is? See, that's the problem. What is happening? So is he getting a call? So this problem, they don't ask to elaborate on this. This cop doing the interviews, a fail. But you know, it says after that, we went over the radio that there. I'm after it also after that went over the radio. This is a bad sentence, but went over the radio that there was an active shooter at the event lot across the street. Okay, says, now, do you remember like what time that was at? Okay, so we're talking about the shooter across the street, and he's saying between 10 o'clock and 10:12 that they got a call saying there's an active shooter across the street. Uh, let's see. All right, this is you're going up the elevator. Okay, so we got an idea there. It's going up the elevator. Yeah, sometime between 10 and 10:12. All right. Okay, and then what occurred from there? We got on the floor, myself, blah, 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 whatever his name is, got up there. We saw, I'm guessing, Jesus Campos run down the hallway. He had what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his calf. Yes, okay, it's Jesus Campos. It looked like a BB. So I'm guessing it was just a fragment. My supervisor, security manager, it's Sottle. Is it Sottle? I don't remember. Was up there at the time. I get all these names confused. Terrible names. But he's a dipshit anyway. So was up there at the time. At that time. Okay. And you could hear the gun going off, not coming down the hall. I'm assuming now it was going out the window. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. So, was there anybody else coming at you guys besides Jesus Campos? No, no. All right. So much for Shuck. Did you guys ever see a maintenance engineer up there? Yeah. So blah blah blah. He's one of the engineer, senior watch. He was up there along with another male. Probably Shuck, maybe. Well, yeah, because it's not their security supervisor. That would be Sottle. He'd know who he was. So this is an engineer. Um, so he's possibly up there with Shuck, but Shuck's not in the hallway. And let's see, Jesus. Did he say Jesus came running down the hall or no? Let's see. We got up the floor. Myself got up there. We saw, yeah, him run down the hallway. Okay. Which hallway? We talking about the 200 wing hallway because we know he ran down there to get downstairs, uh, or is he talking about running down the 100 wing hallway? Because at that point, I mean, what's happening here is, Shuck. There's an issue with Shuck, whether Shuck was actually in that hallway with Jesus Campos. I think I'm starting to believe, with reading through this, is that Shuck was not actually in that hallway. Shuck was down there at the end of the hallway, um, sometime after Jesus had, bailed from that hallway. Um, Here, apparently, they were in the hallway at the same time. It's just that Shuck was not actually in the hallway. Shuck was out there in the center core while this is happening. Okay, gun going off, not coming down the hall. I'm assuming it's going out the window. Okay, I got through this. Let's see. Senior watch, he was up there with another male. Okay, I don't know his name because Shuck was new, according to the other guy. So when you guys came out, you didn't see that guy coming down the hallway. No. Okay, you only saw Jesus Campos. All right, so yeah, he's trying to verify Shuck's story through this guy. and it's not working because this guy didn't see Shuck actually come out of the hallway. You only saw Jesus Campos. Jesus Campos come down the hallway. Yeah. Okay. How long do you think it took you guys from the time that you got the call to the time you arrived up on the floor up there? Approximately 3 to 4 minutes. These guys pedal fast, especially through a fucking casino. Okay. So when you get up there, you see Campos run down the hallway to you. He's got what appears to be a gunshot wound to his calf. You said, let's see, which leg do you recall? Right. Okay. And was it bleeding? Yeah, it was just dribbling a little bit. Looked like it started to coagulate. Okay. And you said it appeared to be small. Yes. Okay. Okay. And what was being told to you guys at that point, or was it, or what was being said? At this point, there was another officer on the upper valet saying that glass was falling from one of the floors up there, and they could see the bullets coming down to the festival lot. There you go. There's your eyewitness. Glass was broken. Let's see. At which point we knew there was an active shooter. And at that point, it was only minutes after we had gotten up there that a Metro team had was taken up there. All right, so I don't know the time frame here. Again, like I said, I think this glass was broken out in multiple sections, and as far as 1 through 5 goes, 1 through 4, don't know, don't care. Um, but I think 1 through 5, the glass was actually broken twice as opposed to once, and this would kind of match that, unless we're talking about him breaking out 1 3 4, and that's the glass that they're seeing coming down from the valet. Yeah, because would they? Yeah, they would. Yeah, because both of those, yeah, right there in the valet. Let's see. Okay. Um, so they were up there right after we were. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, what are we saying? He got up there, what, 10, 14, 10, 15, something like that. And then what did you guys do from that point? We just observed and reported, helped out. What? Yeah, but that timeline doesn't fit. He said it only took him about 3 or 4 minutes to get up there, but I don't believe that. I never believe that timeline. This guy's on crack because this guy, if he's with the other dude, they were at the loading dock doing something fucking shitty. Uh, I believe at when they got the call, and the loading dock is completely on the other side of the casino. They had to ride through the parking garage, around the entire, well, at least half of this property, and then through the casino to an elevator, get up the elevator, and this is where we are. So I don't believe his timing of it only took him 3 or 4 minutes works, uh, unless they're just talking about how long it took him to get up the elevator. I don't know. Let's see. What'd you guys do from that point? We just observed and reported. Yeah, that's typical security guard answer. That's basically what their job is. Helped out with whatever we needed to do, with whatever the Metro officers were telling us to do. Okay. Oh shit, that went down the wrong pipe. You see any gunshots come down the hallway at you, guys, at any point? No. Okay, so I can't remember the time frame on the Shuck thing, so it's after that, but that's what I expect, really. Okay, so what did Campos report? Any other information to you guys? I'm guessing it's Campos. It could be anybody, I guess. No, he could not get a signal up there. Oh, whatever. Okay. I think he called on his cell phone to our dispatch. Okay, because nothing went over the radio that he said. that he'd been hit with a bullet or whatever he thought it was, because nothing went over the radio that he said that he'd been hit with a bullet or whatever he thought it was. Oh, okay. All right. So this paints a little bit more of a picture too. So Campos didn't call that over the radio. So again, lag time. We're gonna have lag time in operations. So Campos gets hit. It's he calls down using a cell phone to his whoever. That's going to go probably to the control center downstairs. I'm guessing to whoever his supervisor is. That supervisor is then going to probably, well, if he doesn't get a hold of his supervisor, it's going to be somebody, some security guard in that control center, who's going to have to then contact his supervisor. From there, I don't know if it goes up the chain any further, or if that supervisor is qualified to make decisions, that they're going to have to make. Because this industry, I don't think anybody is really qualified to make decisions at a low level. So, especially when it comes to something that serious. So, you have a little bit of lag time. Campbell's gets shot, has to make a phone call, probably on the phone for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, saying, "Hey, I've been shot. I don't know where it's at. He's up here. Let's see what floor. I'm on the 32nd floor. I'm over here sitting in between these rooms, blah, 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 whatever. I was up here checking on a door," whatever the conversation happened to be. So you can end up with about a 30-second lag time on that, I'm guessing. And then from there, what is the process to getting that out over the radio? Does that person have to talk to somebody else, or does that person have the clearance to actually say that over the radio? Because I'm sure everything is pretty heavily monitored, as far as you're going to lose your fucking job if you call in some crazy fucking hoax on that radio and freak out your guests and shit. And the news gets hold of it and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know what that process would have been like. That person could have pulled up the radio immediately and said, "Hey, we got a shooting up on that 32nd floor, and or we got somebody hit up there." So 10 to 10:05, if that works, we could say that Campos was up there at 9:59. Campos made the call down there to 9:59. I mean, if we're going by the original timeline, not the later timeline, we could say that Campos was up there at 9:59, and he made that call that was somehow logged. He was at the stairwell door at that point, which would mean he got shot about 10 o'clock, possibly even 10:01. So, if that's the case, this whole timeline actually kind of fits with what I've read last out of this PDF itself. The 10:06 is the one that doesn't really work for this. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome aboard, man. So 10:06 doesn't really work with what's in this PDF here. 9:59 does work to a point. So, like I said, and the Mandalay Bay would have reason to change this timeline, right? Because the thing is, when it comes to liability, the way I see it, and I'm not a lawyer on this shit, I'm not an expert on this shit, but the way I see it, as far as liability goes, when you watch the early newscasts, they were saying that they had a security guard up there for 6 minutes, and why the fuck didn't they do something about it? And they started to get bad press over that. And then the timeline was quickly changed. So, with all that, being said, they have reason to make it look like Campos could have done absolutely fucking nothing. And I mean, realistically, yeah, he couldn't have done anything, regardless. But, it's easier for them to say, well, the guy was shooting out the window and then shot at one of our security guards, than it is to say we had a guard in there doing some shit, and he must have spooked the guy in the room, and the guy in the room started shooting at him and then started shooting out the fucking window, because at that point it's fucking go time. I would think that liability would be a little harsher. So, I'm thinking, mostly what that is that's a lot of Manly Bay just covering their ass as far as that second timeline. But again, I don't know. That's why I don't really follow the narrative all that much as far as this fucking guy goes, uh, Campos. But anyways, let's move on. Okay, so then you guys assisted our units at that time, yeah, because everyone's a fucking hero. Okay, how long were you up on the floor? You think we were up there for over 11 hours? Okay, so you got up on the 32nd floor and never came off. Yeah, okay. How are you doing? I'm okay. Okay, I I think I'd be worse if I was actually down at the festival lot. Yeah, definitely. It's quite seen down there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you were up there. It was your partner, redacted. And we're going to get to his statement too. That went up with you. Did anyone else ride with you guys up the elevator? No. Okay. Just me and him. When you got up there, let's see, redacted. Was he already there or did he come up after? Yes, he was there. Okay. Not sure who that redacted is. Um, Sotto, maybe. I don't know. I remember getting off the elevator, seeing him, and then I'm guessing Jesus was running down the hallway. So I remember getting off the elevator, seeing him, and then Jesus. Okay, so yeah. So Jesus, yeah, okay, so he saw Jesus leave the hallway, but he didn't see Shuck leave the hallway. He saw Shuck in there, but he didn't see him leave the hallway. Okay, was there any other staff from Manly Bay on the floor with you besides the engineer and the other engineer? Was there any other supervisors up there for you guys? When you originally gotten up there, no. Okay. Nobody else was up there. All right. So when he got up there, that means you got Campos, you got Shuck, and you got Alsbury, right? Alsbury. Those are the guys that are up there. That's it. Sotto wasn't even up there. I don't know where the fuck Sotto disappeared to. We'll get to his statement, but his statement's so stupid, it doesn't make any sense. But he was in the elevator with Alsbury when Alsbury went up there. But I don't know. Sotto sounds kind of like a pussy, so Sotto probably bailed. Let's see. And he sounds incompetent as fuck. Let's see. When we originally gotten up there, no. Nobody else is up there. Then after a while, everybody else kind of came, or what? Yeah, there was another engineer and another one of our officers down one of the hallways that had come up. Let's see. Okay, but nobody else. Okay, perfect. Is there anything else you could think of that might be able to help us out with this? No. Okay, I appreciate your time. Operator in the interview. Of course, they didn't check this interview, but whatever. All right, what we got here? Detective Cullen. So we got off the Hodson train. Force investigation team conducting one witness interview address. Is employed at Manly Bay as a facilities manager. Also present as VP and legal counsel for Mandalay Bay. Okay. Interviews take place, Manly Bay. All right. You were this is being recorded? Yes. Yes. Okay. Can you please tell me how you became aware of the interview, the incident, and just go from there? Receive a phone call from a dispatcher. Whatever. When I was in the office, saying a security officer needed to talk to me, so she transferred him to me. All right. So here it is. Here's the missing link, I guess. The lag time. So she transferred him to me. I was okay. So what is this person? Let's see. What is this person who's being recorded? Let's see. He's employed as facilities manager. Okay, so like I said, it had to go through management. All these fucking things, I'm sure, have to go through management whenever they have an incident. Aside from someone just vomiting on the floor somewhere. Let's see. I received a phone call from a dispatcher when I was in the office saying that security officer needed to talk to me. She transferred him to me. It was Jesus Campos, I'm guessing. Stating that, okay, no, this isn't the lag time. Stating that or asking if we were doing any work on 32nd floor, 100 wing. This is Alsbury. Just saw the initials, Shannon Alsbury. Doing any work on 32nd floor of the 100 wing, saying that the stairwell door was bracketed shut. And I said, no, not that I'm not aware of anything. There shouldn't be any reasons. It's an egress. And he said, I said, well, what type of bracket is it? He said, it's like an L bracket. So I said, well, okay, I'll send an engineer up there to take a look at it. And he said, well, hold on. I hear a drill on the other side of the door. So I said, okay, well, you hear a drill. I said, you might want to go to the floor above or below, try to catch the guy in the stairwell. All right. So what this is, and again, this is all part of the contentious stuff, man, that I've been dealing with. All right. So what's going on here? Jesus Campos must be on the L bracket side. He must be on the hallway side. He just walked down the 100 wing hallway all the way to the bracketed door. He's on the 32nd floor. And he's on the hallway side of that bracket. He tells this guy he hears some drilling and he says it's on the other side of the door, which is odd because that's not what Jesus says in his statement. But says he hears some drilling on the other side of the door. Alsbury, not knowing what the fuck is going on, basically tells him to go up a floor or down a floor to go see if he can go back down that stairwell and catch whoever it is that's doing this. And possibly, Alsbury at this point may think that somebody's going through bracketing all of these. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, he's going to say this. Yeah, never mind. I just said this. Thinking somebody's just put brackets on all of them. So I said, I'm on my way up. I got up from the, let's see, did he say, I'm sorry, did he say where the drill noise would come from? He said it sounded like it was coming from the back of the stairwell door. That's weird. That's a strange fucking thing right there, man. See, that's awkward. That's very awkward. That throws a lot of that into a loop, man, because why would he think it's coming from the other side of that unless it's just ricocheting that sound around inside that little cubicle fucking room that he's in? Because later he goes on Ellen and he says it came from deep inside the room, and I don't know, man, not sure. That's strange. That's a discrepancy between those two statements. Let's see. So I got up out of there, out of my office. I'd started heading up, called my engineer, Stephen Shuck. He said, hey, look, I need you to meet me. I'm guessing I said, hey, look, I need you to meet me up there. I got a guy bracketing a door. He said, Shuck said, copy. He was en route. I got in the elevator at beach level. The elevator takes you up to, 32nd floor. I hit the 32nd floor, and I hit the 32nd floor, stopped on casino. Okay. So here's another one, man. This guy gets a call. There's a bracket on the door, and he gets in the elevator, and the elevator stops at the casino level. Now, did that stop on the casino level because... Did it stop on the casino level because somebody hit the fucking button? Or, which I'm guessing, because he's going to say right here, and I saw a guest there, and I'm like getting ready to tell him, hey, look, you got to take the next one. Right, because we're going, trying to find this guy. And then next thing you know, 3 security managers, 2 Metro cops come running in. They're like, and I'd already had 30 seconds, and they're like, there's a shooter up on the 32nd floor. And I said, a shooter? I'm on my way up there for somebody bracketing a door. I don't think that's not what he said to him, but because that's Varson Hendricks. I guess he could have said that before the camera got in range. But so what we're looking at here, what it looks like is this guy. I don't know where his office is. I don't know how far he had to walk. And I'm guessing it's in the basement somewhere. I don't know how far he had to walk to get to the fucking elevator. Then he gets on the elevator. The elevator stops on casino level because some people are there. He tells him, hey, you're not getting in this one. But all of a sudden, he stays there. He stayed there Because if you watch, the Metro guys, man, that elevator door ain't closing. And this guy was sitting there for some time. So why was he sitting there? What was he doing in that elevator at this point? I mean, he could have been doing anything really. Uh, I don't know. But for some weird ass reason, he did sit there for some time. He didn't, and he took his damn time, right? Because he gets a call saying that there's a bracket on the door. I don't know. I forget what the time frame is on that. Is it 10:09? Is it 10:09 when Vars and Hendricks get the call saying that? God, I can't remember now. Again, this is something that's been an argument for a while. I believe it's like 10:09, something like that, right? So that's how long it took for this guy to. I don't remember exactly what time it was. Vars and Hendricks got in that elevator. Is a problem, but it took that guy that long from getting the phone call from Jesus to walking to that damn elevator to getting on that elevator to stopping at the casino level and just sitting there until these cops showed up. So that's a lot of time to be wasted right there. I don't know. I mean, this guy, and that's what someone was arguing with me about. This guy was in no fucking hurry to get up to that 32nd floor. Um, I guess because it's a bracketed door, no big deal. He's got Shuck going up there. He's got a security guard up there, not a big deal. Probably doesn't really give a shit. I don't know, but yeah, that's the screwball part of this guy's statement. Is his timeline is why it took him so damn long to get into that elevator. And this was pointed out to me by somebody else. This ain't even my information. Why it took this guy so long uh, to get up to that floor, right? Um, that's kind of an issue. That right there is kind of an issue. Okay, so the door's shut. They're getting all ready because they're going up. Doors open up. I was trying to call out on the radio to, I'm guessing, let Shuck know, hey, look, get out of there. I don't know if it went through because being in the elevator in the core, it's kind of a real dead area. Doors open up on 32. Well, doors open up on 31 first. Metro officers got out, kind of turned back in because we were going to try to get into the stairwell. Doors open, doors shut. Okay, dude. Go back up to 32. Doors open up. We come out of the elevator. And just we're coming out of the elevator core. I'm guessing. Are we saying Shuck and Campos, the security officer, coming around from the 100 wing, and Campos is kind of, or is it Shuck is kind of holding Campos? Is that what we're saying? Because one of those is Campos, are coming around the 100 wing. Let's see the at this point. Yeah, I guess they're the only ones up there, right? So I guess we could say, let's see, coming around from the 100 wing. All right. All right, I'm buying that. So Shuck is up there, according to this guy. Shuck's up there. Campos runs out of the hallway. Shuck's with Campos. I don't know what he's holding him for, but whatever. I just think he would just be limping around. Okay. Because he got shot in the back of the leg, which we found out. But so as soon as we got up there, they came around the corner. They're like, hey, look, somebody's shooting down the hallway. You could hear what sounded like full automatic fire. So this is before, before the final volley, apparently. You can hear it from the elevator area. Yeah, you could hear it all the way down from the center core. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, the volleys are still going off. Trying to think here. Barson Hendricks, yeah, they could hear it too, and they made it all the way down to 100. So this isn't even the final volley, I don't think. So we kind of backed up in the elevator core, so they're not in the direct line of the hallway because it was the room. They said, it was the end room 135. That's a weird thing about that, man, since it's a three-pronged hallway. You know, you're always in line of sight of one of those hallways. Well, I mean, not always, but for the most part, you kind of are. So it's kind of trippy. Um, Thinking somebody at the end of the hall could be, if you had somebody at the end of all three hallways, you would not have a lot of room to to hide in there. Okay, so we kind of backed in. Noticed that Jesus had his pant leg up, and noticed there was a bullet hole. So you could tell it was a bullet hole. It looked like a small caliber 22 223. Got them back in there, kind of, made sure they're okay. Hey, look, I'm guessing Jesus said, I felt, oh no, shucks, it's something, I felt something hit my back. I'm checking him, making sure there's no holes, any blood. I mean, everything looked good. I didn't see anything. He said maybe it was drywall or a ricochet. Trying to think, yesterday I was arguing that Shuck and Campos had never run into each other. But this statement's throwing that in flux, and I forgot why the other statement said something that made me think that. Who was it that I saw? I can't even remember who it was. Okay, whatever. Um, Whatever it was, it never punctured the skin of his uniform. Made sure he was good. Got him around the corner. They were kind of looking at something. Metro and the two Metro officers and three security managers started making their way down the hallway. I'm trying to explain to them how the room is set up. They asked me for my keys because my keys are super keys. So this all happened fairly quickly. It was the guy who brought the Metro cops up. The guy who brought the Metro cops up never saw Jesus, but he saw Shuck. That's what it was. The security guard who brought these two Metro guys up. So at this point, somewhere around this fucking point, Campos had gone all the way down, supposedly down the 200 wing hallway, and used the service elevator. Didn't even use these center core elevators to get down. He used the service elevator. And maybe it's because this guy locked out the elevators already, and they were all locked up. Didn't want to give him the key to unlock it to let him get down. So told him to use the service elevator. I don't know, but for some fucking reason, you know, uh, Campos wasn't there when these two cops got up there. I guess he was up there later or something. I don't know. I'd have to look at the video again, what the timing was on that. But Shuck was up there when these two cops went up there. They said they ran into Shuck. Uh, it seems to me there were other people up there too in that video. Yeah, I don't know. I have to watch some videos again. Let's see. Let's see. And I'm trying to explain to them how the room is set up. They asked for keys. Yeah, so this is weird. Whenever he made sure he was good, got him around the corner. So he stops talking about Campos here. He talks about Campos here. Um, Hey, look, Shuck said, okay, so he stops talking about Campos. Where did he stop talking about Campos? Kind of backed up. Then you notice that Campos had his pant leg up. Notice there's a bullet. You could tell it was a bullet hole. It looked small caliber, 222, 223. Got them back in there, kind of, made sure they're okay. Hey, look, Shuck said, I felt something hit my back, checking him. So somehow Campos fucks off in this equation here. Not sure where. Um, so I have a problem with Shannon Alsbury's statement. Let's see, whatever it was, it never punctured. Again, this is contentious shit that I've been dealing with for a couple of months now. That in some ways I agree with the person arguing with me, but in some ways I'm not too sure. Whatever it was, it never punctured the skin of the uniform. Made sure he was good. Got him around the corner. Let's see. I'm trying to explain the room set up. They're asking for my keys because the super keys, like master keys, they open every room pretty much, let you in any room. So I was giving them my keys. A couple of security officers had come up. We're telling them to stay back. So then they start clearing the room. Okay. God, man. Yeah, it's a screwball. Because I'm thinking back on that video, and it seems to me there was another engineer, and it was not Shuck that was up in that fucking center core when those cops got up there. Uh, the bike cops got up there, but I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch that again. Let's see. Let's see. Pretty much let you in any room. So I was giving them my keys. A couple of other security officers would come up. We're telling them to stay back. So then they started clearing the rooms. Now, the room meaning the rooms on the way down, but we didn't hear. We just as soon as we got out of the elevator, we heard maybe him emptying out one round or one full clip. At what the see? Fuck, we're like jumping timelines here. This guy's insane. Let's see. So they start clearing the rooms on the way down, but we didn't hear. We just as soon as we got out of the elevator, we heard maybe him emptying out one round or one full clip of ammo. Um, that's not true. I don't think that's true. Uh, yeah, I don't think that's true at all. I think. I mean, it's possible he didn't. He didn't. He just heard multiple rounds and thought they were just one long round or something. That doesn't sound right because this guy was on the elevator with Varson and Hendricks. He goes up to the 32nd floor unless he went somewhere else, unless he went some other floor and then came back down to 32 because we do not have cameras on him. Uh, but if that's the case, I mean, Varson and Hendricks made it all the way down that fucking hallway and we're hearing the rounds hit. So this guy would have got out of that. I don't know. I'd have to do a time frame on this guy getting out of that elevator based off Varson and Hendricks, which I haven't done. But yeah, Varson and Hendricks, man, they made it all the way down that fucking hallway and they were still hearing shots. So this fucking ass clown would have got up there probably a full minute, maybe a minute and a half before they made it down that hallway. And yeah, I think he would have heard more than just one of the rounds, one of the volleys. I don't remember how much of a time lapse there was in that last volley. Let's see. And then another clip of ammo. Oh, duh. Okay. This fucking guy. Then another clip of ammo, and then it's dead silence. Let's see. Empty out one round or one full clip of ammo, and then another. Okay, so he's saying he heard two. I'm thinking he probably heard three or four, but, I think the last three, if I remember right, were all pretty in sync. If I remember right, the last three volleys were kind of one big, long one for the most part. They were all pretty close together. Let's see another clip of ammo, and then it was dead silence. All right. It's when you're in the elevator area, correct? Yeah, as soon as we got up there, okay. We heard about two full clips of okay. Rounds going through, and there was dead silence as far as gunfire from that room. Security started clearing the rooms, bringing people down. See again, this guy's like jumping timelines like fucking crazy. So it's hard to decipher a lot of this. He's making it sound like they're clearing rooms as the dude's fucking shooting, and that's not the case. It was dead silence as far as gunfire from that room. The security started clearing the rooms. You mean police? Bringing people down. More Metro came up, and by the time they were probably 3/4 of the way down the hallway to the SWAT team came up. Well, the SWAT guy came up. Actually, two of them, but one came up in your area, and the other one fucked off. They finished clearing. We were helping direct the guests down the 200 wing. So they're taking the guests down the service elevator, it looks like. Let's see, the officers that went up in the elevator with you, what were they wearing? Like, they're wearing the tan, just like no patrol uniform. Yeah, I guess. Not that green thing. Not like what the SWAT guys were wearing. Let's see. Okay. No, from what they had said was that they were here because of a couple hookers. What? Oh, he's talking about, okay, we're jumping around. Now he's talking about what were the guys originally wearing that you originally, what, came up with. What, the officers went up the elevator with you? Okay, there we go. God, be nice. I should just read everything. What were they wearing? Like they were wearing the tan, just like no patrol uniform. Yeah. Okay. From what they had said was that they were here because of a couple of hookers. I don't think they said that to him. I don't think they said that to him. Um, I don't think they said that in that elevator. I don't think he said anything about what they were there for in that elevator. I could be wrong because it's hard to listen to that on Varson's. There's a lot of static and stuff. But I don't remember them ever talking about why they were there. Okay, they were on to the call, different call. He might have heard this through the grapevine through other cops or whatever, or the other Manly Bay employees. Exactly, and then everything started coming across the radio, from what I understand. Um, let's see. And when you first got off the elevator, did you look down the hall by chance toward that room, suspect room, we'll call it? After my guys got around the corner, yeah, I did look down the hall. Did you see anything? Just all shut doors. Okay. No, there was no people in the hallway. No, I mean everything was shut doors. Everything else. Okay. And did you take any other action after their back and you check for injuries? Did you take any other kind of action with locking doors downstairs, anything like that? I called my locksmith. We shut down the elevators that go to that floor just because we didn't want, especially Metro. Okay, whatever. Um, didn't want anyone coming up and being surprised. Well, it looks like that dude shut all the fucking elevators down, not just the ones in. So he got some mixed signals there. Sounds like he shut down all of them from what we see in the videos. Okay, anybody, we shut all the elevators down in that center core. We did leave Cersei elevator still running. Okay, there's the answer. All right. But we had a guy, another engineer stationed down there, and a security officer. So we were trying to funnel all the guests down the elevator, right? Okay, another engineer stationed down there, and a security officer. Huh. All right. Wonder which engineer that was, because I think there were three. If I remember right, there were three engineers um, that had something to do with that floor, and a security officer. Okay. Let's see, right, to get them out of harm's way. Okay, and let me see. Did you stay on that floor the whole time? I was on 32nd floor the whole time. When SWAT did their thing and all that stuff, when they blew the door open and everything, yeah. Do you remember anything that whatever did say anything to you about what had happened? Redacted was the one that was by the elevator. Okay. Huh. Is that Shuck? I wonder if he's talking about Shuck. If he had Shuck go wait down by the elevator, let people down. Okay, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try to decipher that because I don't remember that being a thing in Shuck's statement. But Shuck did say he did help in some weird ass ways, so we could probably figure that out if he's on the same level as this guy. Okay, so who was security? Who was the? I'm sorry, my engineer, and I have an engineer. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Blank and blank. Yes, said that. He was at the stairwell. He had talked to me and said he heard gunfire. He thought that maybe somebody had shot through the peephole. What? Uh, t- 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 So which one of these fits Campos? Which one is Jesus? If he says, let's see, said that he was in the, okay, so Jesus is the second one there, said that he was at the stairwell. He had talked to me and said he had heard gunfire. He thought that maybe somebody had shot through the peephole. Fucking idiot. Okay, add him. And he said he got hit in the leg. I guess he had ducked into one of the little alcoves for the rooms. The little. All right. Why are we going back to this bullshit? Why are you fucking jumping around this bad? He was hitting the leg. You already stated he's hitting the leg. You saw it. But now you're sitting there. He thought somebody had shot through the peephole at him, and he said he got hit in the leg. You saw him get hit in the leg. So why would you say he said he got hit in the leg? Why wouldn't you say he got hit in the leg? The fuck, man. Um, I guess he ducked into one of the little alcoves for the rooms, the little alcoves where the doors are, blah blah blah. Um, I'm guessing Jesus, and then Shuck, or yeah, I'm guessing Shuck was coming down the hallway, and he said he saw Shuck, and the look on Jesus' face, he's like, "Get cover, get cover." Okay, but this guy's not a witness to that. He's just he's speaking, third hand information. Let's see. Had Campbell's already been shot when Chuck got there? As far as I understand, yes. Okay. Yes, he had already been shot in the leg. Okay. Okay. And do you know if was Chuck there when Campbell got shot? I believe he showed up right after. Right after. Okay. So I don't know about that. I mean, part of me wants to throw this guy's statement out altogether and say this guy's full of shit. You know, that a lot of this, the timing's off on this, that he's covering shit up, but I just don't know. Let's see, right after, okay, because it doesn't match with a lot of other shit. Do you remember? Did he tell you if you remember that if anyone else was on the floor that they like obviously saw walking around? Guest wise, yeah, they didn't say anything. Nor any non-employees, non-metro. Well, let's see. Well, what would this be? From what? Let's see. I'm guessing Shuck told me was that when he was walking down the hallway to head to the stairwell to check that door, that he didn't see. I'm guessing Campos until he got to where one of those alcoves were, and Campos was leaning against the alcove in the alcove, and that's when he saw Campos. I'm guessing. Of course, these are redacted. I'm just trying to fill in the blanks for my own sanity. And he said, "Hey, get cover, get cover." I gotcha. That's not what you said above. You said he saw his eyes, and his eyes said, "Get the cover." But whatever. And did you hear any from that room, suspect room? Did you hear any talking voices, yelling ever? It was 100 yards away from it. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I never heard anything. Uh, Okay, and did you witness Metro evacuating rooms? Yes. Did you see any, if you remember, any guests with firearms or anything like that? I didn't see any. I saw a lot of guests, none with firearms, none that were noticeable. Okay. Do you have any questions? Yeah, a couple. I can't talk and type very well. So when you come up the core elevator bank, I can't talk and type very well. Yeah, a couple. I can't talk and type very well. What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? So when it comes to car, the elevator bank, you know where the center. where the table is. Yes. In the center, between all the wings. Yes. Is where you initially did you go there? Okay, so this the guy who can't talk and type. Why is he typing? There's a recorded statement. Where is the actual transcript of this? I wonder if that even exists. Huh? Why is he typing it out at the same time as he's recording it? That's a little fucking bizarre. Why would you do that? And I guess I'll have to talk to LVSA about this one, man, because we want that then. FOIA that shit. Um, let's see. Center between all wings. Is that where you initially do you go in there and you see? Let's see, Shuck and Jesus. I'm guessing, or where are you? Yeah, I mean, I know that area really well. So the elevators, they're face to face, right? They got the real long, I mean, narrow corridor. Yeah. As soon as you come out of there, that's when you're in that common area, right? You turn to the right or to the left. As soon as I walk, is it right? Those doors would be, that's when I'm guessing Jesus came around the corner, or is it Shuck came around the corner? Because originally he said both of them came around the corner. One was holding the other, if I remember right. So who came around the corner now? Like, what are we talking about? Okay, so I barely gotten out of the elevator core into the center core. This fucking, I hate this statement. Shit. I've gone through a statement a couple times. This isn't the first time I've gone through this fucking thing, and it's just a pain in the ass. But I usually go through it in sections. I don't usually go through the entire thing like this because it's crazy. So I barely gotten out of the elevator core into the center core. But you're in the center where that table is. Yes, sir. Yes, whatever. And then you see Campos and Shuck coming towards you. Yes, yes. Um, but of course, up here, you only see one. Whatever, dude. And what do they say? Somebody's shooting down the hallway. Okay. Hey, when the elevators, I think you said, opened on 31, did any cops leave or they all stayed? They walked out and then they turned back around and came back in. What? Okay, what are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? What's wrong with you, dude? Okay, and so when you're coming from when you get the call from Jesus or from Campos, I don't know, whatever, or it's a security manager or whatever, whoever transferred the call, the office, my office, you were okay. So you were down here, right next door. Okay, so I don't remember where they said this was being done. Right next door. So you ran down this hallway to beach level core. Okay, so they're on beach level, so it's lower level. Yeah, okay. Didn't really run. I kind of walked fast, but I didn't run. Apparently, you didn't fucking walk that fast, dude. It took you a while to get there. Okay, well, because at that point, you didn't know it was a shooter, right? Because this fucker ran. You know, he would have been, because I know where that area is. Well, I don't know. I don't know where this area is, but it is beach level, and I think beach level is a fairly small area down there, but it could be bigger than I know behind those doors. Because if you'd run, I'll give you a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get to that elevator. 50 seconds, get up the elevator. If Campos called you, even if you want to use the timeline of 10:06, and you got stopped at casino level for 30 seconds, which I think it was a lot longer because I think he sat there for a bit. You're still talking about 3 minutes, man, of a 10-minute shooting. You fucking, yeah, you didn't walk that fast. You did not run. That's for damn sure. Um, and why would you run anyway? You think it's a fucking bracket on a door. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You wouldn't run. What the fuck? That's stupid. This guy's full of shit. That's pissing me off. How long would you say it took you time you got upstairs? 3 to 5 minutes. All right. See that okay. All right. But that's not true. So I have this. It's the records from the hot sauce show the call to the 32nd floor at 10:10. Oh wow. He has records from the hot sauce. Man, why don't we have that shit? That's something we should have. Records from the hot sauce shows a call to the 32nd floor at 10:10. Would that have been what? It was entered at 10:10. What? Okay. What are we talking about? What was entered at 10:10? So does that mean when it was is the dispatcher? Let's see. That's right. So that's when. Oh, okay. That's when it was entered into the hot sauce. Okay. So would have entered it. She entered it, yeah, because if I remember correctly, when I called him over the radio, I possibly said, "Can you make a work order for it?" All right. 10:10. Yeah, we got issues here, man. Got serious issues here with this guy. So 10:10 was when something was logged. Um, she entered. So I'm guessing this is the security supervisor that Campos called that transferred him over to this fucking guy, and this guy fucking told this girl to put an entry down for what shows a call to the 32nd floor at 10:10. um do they mark that in hot sauce? Is that how that operates? They mark that shit in hot sauce and say, hot sauce is the way to get a security guard up there, so we're just going to put that in the hot sauce call, um, or column, or whatever the fuck they do, spreadsheet. Um, that way we can send a guard to go check that stairwell door. What got logged in the hot sauce at 10:10? Let's see. I'm not sure. This is like kind of crazy. So that's when she would have entered it. I'm guessing it's, yeah, she entered it. So it is a female. She entered it, yeah, because if I remember correctly, when I called him over the radio, I probably said, "Can you make a work order for it?" So does everything go through the hot sauce? Is that what we're saying here? Um, that doesn't sound right. Okay, and dispatch. So you would have talked to him a little bit before this, then. Talked to um, redacted would have entered this after. Yes, this was probably within a few minutes. Okay, yeah, it was either me that said make a work order, or Chuck, I don't know, that said make a work order. But I usually I do, but sometimes the engineers do too. But you think probably called the other person. I don't know, manager. I don't know. A few minutes before. All right. There's nothing that would show up, no records like other records of when you're actually calling, because it's just on your radios, right? Yeah. So there's like no. Okay, so the radios aren't recorded unless there's time stamped radio recordings. Yeah. Um, then I wouldn't. Okay, so he doesn't even know. Okay, it wouldn't show up. Why wouldn't you, as an engineer, know if the radios don't do that? Okay, I guess security would do that. And that's whatever. Okay, okay. So this must cause. So this must cause this report. What? So this must, because this report says 100 wing, leading to stairwell has got L sharp bracket, so you can't use door. Please check out. So this would have been you telling this person after the fact what this person says to you. Right. Yeah. Right after I got off the phone with Jesus. Okay, that makes sense to me. Cool. That's all I have. All right. So he gets off phone with Jesus. So there's a little bit of the lag time there of what happened. Jesus calls down, gets transferred to him, and says, "Yeah, there's a bracket on doors. Anything going on?" The guy says, "Hey, go try and catch them." And then this guy calls Shuck, and then he calls whoever he's talking to here, whatever supervisor, whatever manager, whatever's going on here, whoever this female is, tells her, "Hey, make a work order for it." She puts it down. What the hell? Losing connection. Losing connection. Let's see. I think I'm losing connection. Oh, there it is. So, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, it sounds like this guy called back whoever it was, transferred Jesus originally, told him make a work order for L bracket door, log it in the computer. There's an L bracket blocking this door. That got put in at 10:10. Holy shit. So that fucks everything up. Although we don't know how long that person took to actually do it, because they could have got the call immediately afterwards saying Jesus has been shot, and that person could have been dealing with that instead and said, "All right, well, fuck this L bracket bullshit. We're gonna fucking deal with the matter at hand." Started dealing with all that, and then could have later gone back into that and decide to put that into their hot sauce system, whatever the fuck they did. And that could have been delay within with the 10:10 deal. Let's see. Yeah, right off got phone. Okay, that makes sense to me. Is there anything else we haven't gone over, or you've talked about that might help our investigation? I was up there the whole time. I saw him clearing the rooms, getting everybody out. Never once did somebody come out of that room, or that the 35 or 34 rooms, the adjoiner, never saw. And we're kind of looking down the hallway. God damn it. Keep losing connection here. Every once in a while, because it got quiet. All right. And we didn't know what really was going on. I mean, up until they blew the door off and everything else, I was up there the whole time. Okay. And guns. I mean, it sounds like guns pretty well. I used to. I was a FFL dealer. Whatever. Trying to think of what that means, but yeah, he sold guns. As you said, you hear one clip and then you hear another clip. Do you hear any other what might sound like anything other than a fully auto, like single shot? Yeah, I did hear. I did not hear that. Okay. Whether that was, I mean, I know what was said, right? Whether it happened then or when the door was blown off, I don't know for sure. Just the shots you heard, did it sound like they were overlapping? Like, you heard two clips. I know it's let's see. I'm familiar with semi-auto, full auto, bump fire. I'm familiar with all that. If that guy had a bump fire, he was good. Because I've messed with him before. Uh, you know, and I'm nowhere near that efficient. I mean, it sounded like a full auto that. Um, let's see, what would you it just got a little bit of a pause, maybe a couple seconds, and then it started again. Yeah, okay, so that's what the last few volleys kind of sound like, to my memory. So it almost would have felt like it would have. I mean, from one clip, you can tell how many quick on the reloading. The second, okay, on the reloading, yes. Right, okay, but it was obviously, well, not obviously, but it appears to be like two separate clips. From what I heard, like there was at least a pause. Yeah, it wasn't like one took over from the next kind of thing. Oh, right, yeah. Um, there was some kind of pause. There was a little bit of a pause. Yeah, okay, all right. Appreciate your time, operator. Same people present. It is 11:26. Reviewed by Quinteros. I think you're the one that did the fucking thing in the first place. Um, let's see. All right. Well, that's Shannon Osbury. Who's this fucking person going to be? Let's see real quick because I can do it right now. BB. Not sure who that is. Um, let's see. Let's see. Involved FBI agent. Oh, they got an FBI agent on this one. I don't think the last guy, he didn't get an FBI agent. Let's see. I know we just discussed this prior to the recording, but can you go ahead and give me your date of birth again? What else did you discuss prior to the recording? Let's see. This interview is going to be conducted inside of the Vidara. The Vidara. That's not Jesus Campos, though. Huh. You're currently employed where at the Mandalay Bay? What is your job title there? Why don't you give us the job title? Huh. All right. I guess they work at the Vidara as well. That's interesting. I guess I think Vidar is Mandalay Bay property, so it doesn't really matter, but that's still kind of strange. Conducted on 10/2017, approximately 9 in the morning. Okay. All right. Oh, so MGM people are there. Yeah, they're all there. Let's see. I'm just kind of curious what the job title this person is. I got to cut this short because I'm fucking. That one just took way too long. Okay, security dispatch for the hot sauce. So are they hiring? Are they hiding this person of Vidar as well? Is that what's going on here? Why is this person the Vidara? That's weird. All right. So that's it for this one. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyways, as always, stay safe out there. The world's a shithole.